Alrighty then. You're gonna be Scorpio. Hey Scorpio. Welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. Alright. There are many layers of meaning in my readings. I'm gonna touch on a few. It may or may not resonate. Try to hear me and feel me for best results. Sometimes the roles can be reversed, and viewer discretion is advised. Fantastic. So, this is your Situation Room reading for June 2021, Scorpio. You're in the Situation Room. Let's find out what your overall energy is going on in June. Let us see here. For Scorpio ancestors, what do we have to say? Overall in June, what's the theme? For their major sitch, the ancestors say the following. There's a big message. There's a big move. One is moved. One is deeply affected by information, by a move, by an expected gift or package that they've received. All right? Something is going to move you. You're going to move someone or both. Fantastic. That's overall for June. Let's crack that open. What's that all about? What is that all about, ancestors, for Scorpio? Well, here's the sitch. You got some difficult, challenging times to go through. You're moving through it, okay? It's a shift of power. It is a movement of power because here, the cosmic UPS, okay, right here, cosmic UPS. In the cosmic UPS card, what's happening is that they are go-betweens, okay? All these stars are different ancestors, all right? And the Masa are go-betweens and messengers that take power from one ancestor and transports it to another ancestor as per whatever the day's business requires. So it's not like they're taking from, it's just like a messaging kind of thing. Like, here, give this to such and such. Here, give that to so-and-so, that sort of thing. So there's some sort of shift. Now, this could be happening within you or around you, okay? But it's a challenge. And you have the chops. You got what it takes to go through this challenge, okay? You got what it takes. All right, camera, I would like you to focus now. Camera, thank you. Thank you, camera. All right, fantastic. So, great. So let's find out more. Oh, because of some sort of King of Wands person. Oh, they have to face their fears. Mm-hmm. I see. Some sort of King of Wands character. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is how it could be going. All right, let me get off on a couple of floors. Sorry about that. Shook the camera. All right, sorry about that. First floor. The first floor we're getting off on, this King of Wands, you might have to face your fears that this King of Wands was really a magician. Yeah, for somebody on that floor. And you're going to have to burst free from your limiting beliefs about this guy. Yeah. This guy may have been a magician. And that's hard. That's hard. That makes a big impact, right? That makes a big impact. Am I right? But you can handle this, all right? Tough it out. Tough it out, all right? It was to help you learn how to see past the illusions of magicians of this nature, okay? On the other floor, this King of Wands is facing his fears. And he is going to have to go through quite some hard time because he showed up as this magician. And he's realizing that that's not what you do. You don't do that. You don't trick people. You don't do that. Okay? Isn't it interesting? And holler at me if you're a masculine out there. But isn't it interesting if you're a man in a man's body? Okay? Um, it's interesting how the male species struggles with human characteristics. They struggle to be human. They struggle to be a decent human, on a level that just women don't. I mean, sure, we have our struggles, but they seem to really be knocked down by these things. I mean, they really are deterred, okay, by these struggles, and quite occupied, and sometimes when we're dealing with a narcissist, for instance, they may be unaware that that kind of behavior is a bad thing. Because remember, the narcissist doesn't think anything's wrong. The narcissist thinks, what? What's the problem? Of course, everyone should do my bidding. What do you mean? That's not how it goes? According to what? Like they want evidence, and then they may or may not give a fuck about the evidence, depending on how deeply they are into their narcissistic behavior. But if you have suffered from any kind of narcissistic abuse, let me just tell you, if you feel like you're in shock, if you feel a little bit like numb, like, wait a minute, what? What just happened? No, really? Like if you feel like that, that's quite normal. That's actually particularly normal. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel bad about that. It is, shock is a thing. Shock is a thing. And narcissistic abuse is a thing. That really happens. Somebody out there, if you watch the ID channel like me, somebody out there was the girlfriend of a killer. Somebody out there was the, best friend of, a terrible human being or someone who did a terrible thing. This shit is happening to people out here. Okay, so if you finally met with the day where you bumped into a narcissist, you know what I'm saying? And while you're getting along, everything's fine. So it's a very sneaky, kind of insidious kind of energy that sneaks up on you. And before you know it, you've been hit. You know what I'm saying? Because especially water sign, your nature is to be giving emotionally. You know what I mean? And you're hoping to be, if you're anything like me, to be the human being that will return people's faith in humanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, I know the world you're living in. I'm living in that world too. I bet you would appreciate it if somebody didn't play fuck games with your brain. I bet you would appreciate that. Okay? Here's the problem. Narcissists are looking for empaths. That's the problem. Okay? So that's why you got to tough it out. All right? You got to face your fears and be willing to look at things clearly as they are. See behind the illusion. See behind the illusion. This is up on the board for June. Okay? You have what it takes. Don't worry. Fantastic. What are the divine and right actions to take in this situation for the greatest and highest outcome? The actions are these. Yeah. Let the death happen. Let death happen. Death of the ego. All right. Now, this is also for the King of Wands who wants to face his fears. Okay. Who wants to power through and thug it out. All right. For having such a huge impact with their narcissistic behavior here with the magician energy. And they're bursting free from limiting beliefs. Wait a minute. I did that? Wait a minute. That's foul? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay? And yes, you did it. And yes, your ego must die. Okay? And so for whoever may have suffered from narcissistic abuse, your ego too must die. Why? Because you have an abundant future to look forward to. That's why. And you don't need to be carrying around no heartbreak. That's why. That's why. Okay? And then on whatever floor, for those of you who are realizing, whoa, that King of Wands guy is also a magician. Yeah, he has a magic wand. Huh? He might have put some magic on you. Okay? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And you may be realizing that. All right? And you may feel like the death of the ego. There may be some embarrassment about it for some of you. All right? Which don't even bother feeling embarrassed. That's a complete waste of your time. Too many of us have been through this shit. Okay? And you can't really get ready for somebody who sneaks on that level, especially when you're trying to be a decent human being to people. Right? In order to be a decent human being, you kind of have to risk yourself on some level. You can't do both. You can't hold back and give at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you're giving, but when you're giving yourself, when you're giving your heart, when you're giving, your great and grand gifts to share with someone, that is a vulnerability. The death needed to happen. Okay. You are possibly pregnant. You are possibly, for someone has gotten pregnant, and maybe this is a sad news. For someone has gotten pregnant and maybe the baby died. Someone may have wanted to get pregnant by this King of Wands, but it turns out because he's the magician, that ain't gonna work. And so somebody is brokenhearted. Listen, all of those floors, okay? I have an announcement. Let it die. Let it die. You know why? Because if this King of Wands was a magician, you don't want no baby with that person. Or if this is not a baby and this is just your creations, your destiny, your future of abundance, you don't want this fool mixing with your jewels and gems of blessings in the future, because it's going to end up in heartbreak. That's why. All right? So go ahead and power through this heartbreak. Power through. You understand? Because you have it like that, number one. Number two, this is just a transition, because you have an abundant future to look forward to. Let's go on. Yeah, see, justice is going to be done in this matter. Justice is going to be done. There will be an abundant future. Somewhere, okay, let me tell you what you did, Scorpio. Let me tell you what you did in the sitch. What you did was you did not follow the creator's directions. hmm hmm Yeah, you was at this King of Wands side, right? This is a King of Wands or some sort of action guy. You was by his side, like people be out there with Gatorade and water at the marathon, right? And you was like, yeah, all right, fantastic, good job, keep going, boom, handing them love, handing them love. And the creator probably told you several times to stop fucking with this person. The creator probably told you several times, this person is really not earning what you're giving. I'm going to go ahead and venture to guess you ignored that direction. I mean, is it possible that you ignored the creator's directions? Because sometimes we think, it's love. How could it be wrong? Well, because it comes to a time where you have to choose. And this is the guy who's making you choose. You didn't do this. You know what I mean? There comes a time when you have to choose between yourself and someone else. If they require that, you have to choose yourself. Now, the creator is, of course, going to have you do that. All right? So you was giving away what you could not afford to give away, which is love that the creator gave you as a gift, not to waste, but to give to those who will honor it. See what I'm saying? You might have missed a step somewhere. All right? And so now Your face fell off, okay? And please don't feel any kind of way, all right? I want you to join the rest of humanity on your face fell off, all right? Join the rest of humanity. Everybody gets a turn. Don't you worry, okay? No judgment here. You with your sister back here behind the black veil. You feel me? Okay. So, bottom line is the creator is the one who's in charge of justice. You don't decide. Oh, no, no, love is always okay. Excuse me? Excuse me? Do you understand all of the factors? Do you know how many forms love comes in? I mean, for those of you who are familiar with the black community, it is very popular in the black community, at least it was once upon a time, for a good parent to go upside the head of a child as a form of love. Now, some other people in different cultures might feel like, oh my God, that's abuse. Okay. But you got to look at the results, check the facts. Okay. The people whose head was gone upside of at the right time for the right reason turn out to be terrific human beings. Okay? They turn out terrific, I'm telling you. All right? Timing is everything. All right? Method is something that weighs in as well. Okay? But in the black community, listen, we've been correcting mental illness for many moons now. Just by smacking people upside the head. Yeah. Simple technique, all right? I encourage everybody to use it with discretion, all right, for the benefit of all beings. Fantastic. So this person's mother didn't go upside their head at the right time for the right reasons. And now they turned out to be a piece of shit, okay? Hey, maybe it's temporary, okay? Maybe it's temporary. They could face their fears and transform into a redeemable human being. Either way, the bottom line is your justice comes from the Creator. That is the maker of your justice. And that is what you need to die to the old you and be born again to this new understanding of who is in charge of your heart, who is in charge of your future and whether or not it's abundant, who is in charge of you getting what you want and getting justice and balance and redemption in this world and any other world, the Creator, which means you have to do your sacred duty. You got to show up when the Creator calls you. You understand? All right. And that is the recommendation here for your divine and right action. Fantastic. Now let's see what outcome you can look forward to upon these wise actions. Upon these wise actions, the outcome will look something akin to this: a fiery, passionate new beginning for you, Scorpio. Oh, I said what? Here's more baby energy. Baby energy, baby energy. Okay. Um, the road of your destiny will become clear. All right? You'll start to see the road you need to be on. It will become very clear. Okay? And you will be very driven and focused and well on your way to this abundant future that the Creator's calling you to. You're welcome, says the Creator. Yeah, because you've been through a lot of shit and the Creator knows that. The Creator can clearly see that. You understand? That's the message that the Creator is sending you. Understand that. The Creator knows you've been through some shit. Do you know you've been through some shit? Do you understand that? Okay. Well, because the Creator said you have a passionate new beginning to look forward to upon these divine and wise actions, die to the old you. Die to the old you. You got bigger fish to fry right now. And in the future, that's who you are. You're the big fish fryer. Okay? Absolutely. Return to the safe haven. I say return to the safe haven. Now, of course, that could be, again, this King of Wands getting his shit together, facing his fears, realizing, oh, you don't do fuck shit to people that show you love. Right. Right. You don't shrink away from having a hard time because it's called Earth, right? Okay? And if that's the case, then that's who may be returning to this safe haven. Okay? If the case, and the bottom line is, ultimately, it's about you at the end of the day. The Creator is saying, I got you. You need a safe place to be where you can trust, where you can turn your back on the door and know nobody is going to come in and attack you and take advantage of you. You want to live that kind of life? You better stick with me. That's what the Creator said. Okay? It looks as if somebody is going to be coming in for a healing conversation. That's what it looks like here. That is the ultimate outcome upon these wise actions. You see, in the sitch, this is June 2021. Listen, I hope that reading helped you. Wait a minute. Don't go nowhere. We got a couple minutes left. What's the main idea, Creator? What's the main idea? Whoa. We got to jump. Okay. Somebody needs to transcend their demons, face their fears. Very interesting. What's the main idea for Scorpio? Main idea, use words to remove obstacles. Okay? Power of the word to create worlds. Speak affirmatively. Somebody might have something to say to you. Yeah, they're trying to transcend their demons, transcend their illusions, and get this Two of Cups popping. Just saying. Okay? Looking at the common denominator, seeing how these dots connect. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that you're the one who they could go the distance with if there's anybody, you know, that could go for the long haul, it would be with you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. A male, I get the sensation, wants to do that with a feminine. All right? This is some soulmate action. All right? Please stand by. You got a soulmate coming in, my friend. All right? That's what it looks like here. If that's your floor, claim it or take your ass to that floor. If it's not your floor and you'd like to be on that floor, go ahead and take your ass to the floor. All right? Fantastic. Listen, I hope that reading helped you. I really do. For personal, look down below, find out the details, get over to the email with the detail. Let me know which one you want. Let me know what your time zone is, and let me know what we're looking into so I can start my downloads right away. Once I respond to your email, you can go ahead and go over to PayPal. And once that's done, it's scheduling time, baby. It's scheduling time. So for more deep ass readings where we see when the Creator sends us a message, we better read that message right away and do exactly what is recommended in readings like these. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on your way out and pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom and start discriminating wisely. I will see you again here soon, Scorpio, behind the black veil.